Hi. Most of you know that I've been attending Christ Church all of my life. And when I was very little, I went to Sunday school in the parish house, which was across Woodbridge. But we did come into the big church for Easter and Christmas. I remember during Sunday school class, we learned about Lent. And what I remember is that each Sunday before Lent had a name. Septuagesima was well before Lent started. I can't remember. And Sexagesima followed. And finally, when we got to Quinquagesima, there was one more Sunday. That was the last Sunday, actually, before Ash Wednesday. Well, when church started, we would go into the big church, and I do remember that was when we put the lilies in the lily cross. But one particular Easter was very important to me because that was when I was to be confirmed. On Passion Sunday, the bishop always came to Christ Church on Passion Sunday, and he would confirm those children that were ready and of age. The next Sunday, Palm Sunday, we could have communion for the first time, and that was very exciting and meaningful for me. One Lent, we had a visitor. His name was Mr. Sperry, and the children were brought into the church, and we sat in the front pews, and he stood on the floor, not in the pulpit, and spoke directly to us. Now, I realize now that he was being looked at as a possible rector, and the search committee had invited him in. But he said to all of the children what the meaning of Lent was. He told us that L was for live, and he swept his hand across. And then he said E was for eternally. N meant nobly, and T was for truly. He was hired. One other little story that I remember about Easter is the begonias that used to decorate the church in front of the chancel right on the floor there like we do at Christmas time and Easter. But these begonias were given to the children to take home. The Solomon boys would take their begonias home and give them to their grandmother as a gift. Well, Mrs. Solomon, who was a great wit, took them home, and the next Sunday she was sitting next to Helen Staife, my sister-in-law, and she told her, Helen, I take them home, but they die. And Helen said, well, if you talk to them, I heard that helps. Well, she went home, thought about it, I guess, came back to church and said to Helen, you forgot to tell me. English, I'm a Arabic. Mrs. Solomon was a great wit.